Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast with me, Matt. Everyone with one field here on Nexus Major League version, I think, where there's probably a few things to where cover is located and such. Now it's a victory point game here on the Western Front. For the players. First in British Commonwealth today, we have Mano straight out the gate with Royal Parachute Regiment. Very intriguing. From the Germans today, we have Merke and Tonic as Strafdivision for die Wehrmacht. Oh, excuse me. This should be a very interesting game, potentially. Straf versus Royal Parachute on a 1v1. You might see a lot of different action then. Not really any late game commanders here. I suppose Straf can get the Broomba, if I remember correctly, which will certainly be a hard nut to crack for the Royal Parachute Regiment. But we'll wait and see how everything turns out. Well, the British just securing ground as one would expect of them. Nothing too out the ordinary yet. You're going to see some 1st Airborne Division paratroopers immediately. That's a very expensive first unit to bring out, but it is a good unit. So the Germans just bring out their Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers, nothing too out of the ordinary.
Let's get to work.
Here we have the 1st Paratrooper Division. Assault troops, so these guys are very good at assaulting positions and can equip a lot of automatic weaponry. That was have engaged with the Volksgrenadiers. The Volksgrenadiers just ditch behind cover really quickly. They can take it slow. No need to rush. You can be methodical, especially in a 1v1. Just take your time. This is a victory point game though, so it will probably later on, but at the moment, you can take your time. You have no rush for anything. Just focus on maneuvering and taking control of territory. Here comes the 1st rifle section. They always arrive with a Bren gun to give the Brits a little bit extra firepower early on. To make up for the fact that all their squads have one less person until they get to the next tier where they can upgrade for an extra squad member. Which I really think all British players should go for as quick as possible. Having an extra man in the squad is pretty damn viable, especially for the British. Because their units are generally pretty damn good on an individual unit basis, like individual model. Each soldier is pretty well drilled. Especially these paratroopers. These paratroopers are very elite.
Ready for orders. Einsatzbereit. We have liberated this sector.
Germans are just slowly securing ground. We do have an MG42 coming out, I think. That's an MG42. And we are seeing the Wehrmacht going for an early tier up. We also got a Vickers machine gun arriving here for the British Commonwealth. Which is where they'll want to set this thing up. Probably somewhere down here indeed. Germans are securing it all for the victory point. Here we have the MG42 manned by some penal troopers. We need them if you're playing as Straf, but they appear as penal troopers. Not sure if there's any actual difference that makes, but that's just a thing. Rifle section and sappers opening fire on the Grenadiers. They can apparently outrange them. Very intriguing. I guess they're just that good with the Lee Enfield. The Germans need to be up behind this one to fire back, I think. We do have the MG42 coming up. That's a smoke grenade being popped there, which allows the Germans to take that point. Now the MG42 set up to cover this area. It'll be very difficult for the British to assault now. British are quickly setting up a fuel cache. They might be aiming for some kind of early vehicle. Is it Royal Parachute that gets the armored car, or is it Royal Commando? I don't think it's Royal Commando anymore, is it? Might have changed it. I've not seen Ironside in a long time for the British. The British got a lot of reworks after all. As you can see, they actually have to build their base structures. That wasn't a thing before. Because setting up here to cover the center. Either side has the victory point, so basically the battle is at the standstill at the moment.
Nice job, lads. Good solid line of sandbags.
The British are laying down more and more sandbag walls. Again, nothing too out of the ordinary yet. Germans are paying a sizable infantry force over here. They're gonna try and push down here. There's a Vickers machine gun. They have a wide way they can't flank around.
Grenadiers ready.
Sappers setting up, not Sappers, Pioneers setting up behind the bricks here. As the Grenadiers are trying to circle around, being equipped with MT-34s. 100 rounds for one squad. Unique if you're playing a staff division. An upgrade I would say is generally better than the MT-42 because you get those 100 extra rounds. Well, not 100 rounds, extra rounds, 50 extra rounds, which can be a pretty big deal. Can allow you to keep firing a lot earlier. Or well, a lot more. Pioneers being a little bit of distraction there. Not a lot of good cover here for the Grenadiers, so they have to pull back. Especially because those paratroopers are present with the Sten guns. Able to get some very good accurate automatic fire in on the Germans, force them off. The Germans need to find another way through. But both sides are pretty relaxed at the moment, nothing too much going on. Very relaxed. So the Germans are going for that tier up, potentially. And they're taking up for tier 2 immediately. But technically tier 3, I guess how you would say it. Just sitting a rifle section around here. Again, both sides are refusing to make a move. Or at least pushing. One side has to try and take the center, or encircle the other. Else they're just gonna stay here in a stalemate for a while. They just dig in. Shots are being fired up here. Plus get straight into another Victor's machine gun. Probably quickly realize they're gonna do anything from there. Oh, they're distraction. They're allowing the MT-42 to move a little bit further up. They're gonna allow the Grenadiers to start advancing. Grenadiers are getting close. Will make them a little bit more vulnerable. Grenades being used here. And the Pioneers coming up. Very good assault here from the Wehrmacht. Damn, the Grenadiers with the MT-34s are ripping into the British crew. That is kind of the advantage of the MT-34 with 100 rounds, I feel. That's a Gebarteladung. But those Grenadiers have to get out of there quick. The Sten guns have a good line of sight. But the Germans have secured the central victory point now. So the ball is now... Oh, well, not really the ball, but now the move is on the British side. They have to make an action. Or take action, rather. And it's not going to be an easy approach with that MT-42 covering the center. You have an airdrop coming in here for the British Commonwealth. Some equipment for them to utilize. And it will be... a pack howitzer and a mortar. Just all the artillery equipment you could ever want. Biggest guns also being recruited. Will recruit rather. The Germans should be slowly bleeding the British off points now. We also have a lieutenant arriving here for the Wehrmacht to help hold the line of the Straf Division, or actually from a Volksgrenadier Division. The Relic team is also being prepared by the British Commonwealth. Paratroopers having a long firefight with the MT-42 team. So far doing pretty damn well. They're also using captured MP-40s. They're fully automatically equipped here. Then MT-42 is still in behind heavy cover and is able to suppress the paratroopers. Given enough time. It's very hard to match the firepower on MT-42 in a good emplacement. Oh well, in a good position. That's a lot of bunch of infantry though with the pack howitzer firing. You have to spread out quick. Yeah, they're spreading out a little bit more. But I need to stop behind cover. Yeah, one is stopping up to open fire there. Very well played there from the Germans. Artillery tent here from the Lieutenant. What's the staff weapon here for the Volksgrenadiers? Is that the flamethrower? Might be the flamethrower. Or it might be the fact they can get the Gebarteladung. It might be the Gebarteladung that's unique to the Volksgrenadiers if you're playing as a Staff Division, but I might be mistaken. Feels like a pretty damn good upgrade for the Volksgrenadiers. If so, Gebarteladungs are pretty damn good. Oh, they're going for it. But they're being mowed down on the open. They get the Gebarteladung off, but they die. And boom. But the British did move around, so they did not suffer as much from it. Lieutenant and the Grenadiers advance up here to get behind cover. Use the MT-34 to their advantage. As I've said before, having the 100 round variant is really helping them. Being able to fire that much longer before having to reload is pretty damn good. Gives securing a little bit more ground here. They have also cut off the British munitions point. That is kind of a big deal. More Grenadiers are being called in for Die Wehrmacht. The British have teched up though with more structures, so what is their plan? Also artillery strike calling by the Lieutenant to try and buy some more time. Oh, it's a smoke barrage. And again, the British would not have known that until the first shell hits.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
It also allows the Germans to dig in a little bit, actually.
Officers can now be called in to rally our troops.
The Germans might have a good idea here. 24 Germans fire. With the combined firepower of the MG-34 as well. That's a lot more firepower to work with. Right, they're also moving up to help with the fighting. As the artillery strikes are landing around the MG-42. You have to pull that back for replenishment. As the Germans are also taking up for tanks here. We might see early vehicles soon. It's going to be prepared by the British Commonwealth.
Grenadiers reporting.
More Grenadiers are ready to move out here to the front line. gun coming out there, and we have further tech up here for the British, including getting a Recce team. They're going straight for tank destroyers, so they might be going straight for Fireflies. I wonder how useful Fireflies will be here. There's been no real sign of vehicles from the Germans yet, so very hard to judge, you know.
Marksman trained in a way to get target.
Here comes the Recce team, a British recon team. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. And what do you expect? Paratroopers are still having a firefight here. They should be able to be at the Lieutenant here as long as the Lieutenant gets no support. They are elite soldiers after all. Even if they're fighting with submachine guns at that range, they just need some bullets to hit. Here comes the Grenadiers. MG-34 in hand. Ready to open fire. Here comes MG-42 again too. We got behind the destroyed train cart. And the bulls start flying. Very rapidly. Ooh, got one got a good hit in now. Good hit in now. Pack also is firing as well. The Germans don't budge. They remain holding and firm. Ooh, is that a pillbox attempt? A little bit risky to do under fire, but yeah. I suppose it's a good idea. Play on it so that the Brits can keep eyes and then bomb it further. If you do have vision on your target, you will have more accuracy for your artillery, by the way. So having a recon team spotting out for you is pretty damn good. Yeah, lots of artillery is trying to get around that pillbox. They don't want the Germans to get it. You know, maybe we have some penal troopers up here. German Straftroopen being ordered to mine the flank while the rest of the troops are fortifying the front. Pioneers do get killed. That's a little bit of a big loss there for the Germans. But I do think the Straftroopen can also build the pillbox. They're quickly trying to move to do that. Paratroopers need to change their target to the Straftroopen. Well, I think the pillbox is up, yeah. Pillbox goes up. Now that'll be a hard nut to crack for the British. MD-42 is quickly relocating to get inside it. That'll give them a very fortified position. Germans are trying to entrench around it, but it's not really easy under so much artillery fire. Fortress to change window, and now I can start firing. Paratroopers move out just to get shut down. And while in that pillbox, they're going to be very hard to kill. Pillboxes are generally very good at preventing them from taking damage from artillery. Unless it is incendiary artillery, by the way. You didn't want to use an incendiary against entrenched enemies like this. That is a lot of artillery! Double mortar, double pack howitzer, damn! But the pillbox is just staying, that's a stay, as you can tell. It does not care. Germans are getting a medic team, a sanitator. And you also don't want to upgrade your pillbox, by the way, because I believe if you upgrade it, it loses its access to the ability to garrison it with a machine gun or something. That pillbox will allow the Germans to hold the center pretty damn reliably for a very long time. The British still have to be the ones to make the move. The Germans can just dig in and wait, they don't have to worry too much. Early warning call in here by the staff division so they can iron what the British are doing once the flares come in. They'll see all the artillery. That is a lot of artillery. Oh, we have a sanitates bunker attempt going up here, but they're being hit by the mortars. And the Allies need to realize they cannot really do much against the pillbox, so they need to target everything behind it. And it does seem like that's kind of what they're trying to do. Because the Germans are under a lot of shelling behind the pillbox. We do have Panzer IV coming onto the field here now. And the British do have an AT gun, but will that be enough to stop a Panzer IV? Well, that bunker is certainly getting shut down. Not really much to worry about there. That's for certain anyway.
We are losing a sector.
British are slowly getting up at another point here. And the Germans cannot contest at the moment. They have been digging in more with their fighting positions. And he's tossing smoke grenades. I'm not sure if they will win an engagement there actually. Especially with that Mills bomb. The Grenadiers dodge it. And they decide to pull back. Probably for the better. Well, both sides are just digging in. We have more artillery coming in. Again, they're trying to hit around the pillbox, but I don't really think that's the wisest idea. Unless they can use white phosphorus. I don't think the British mortar can get white phosphorus, but I'm pretty sure the pack howitzer can. Yeah, just get a white phosphorus round in on it, and you'll clear out that bunker in no time. We have a push being prepared here for the southern flank by the Germans. We have a Cromwell 95 coming up, which I believe is a Cromwell that's been modified to have a howitzer rather than a standard gun, but I might be mistaken. I am not really up to date with all of my British equipment of the Second World War. But we have a heavy mortar here running here for the German Staff Division. Captured from the Eastern Front and just straight up copied. It's going to be a very good counter barrage tool. Especially with the Brits having so much artillery. Meanwhile, we have the Burmans doing their assault down here. Heavy mortar remains in counter barrage mode now. And it's going to turn around to start counter barraging the British equipment. So yeah, we're going to see a shot there. And we have the Panzer IV overrunning the southern position. Gets hit by an AT gun though. We're not looking good for that Panzer IV. Oh, the heavy mortars are now, the heavy mortars are going to have competition. Looks like the mortars are trying to fight back against the heavy mortar. Or not, they're hitting towards the Grenadiers. It's just going to give the heavy mortar another target. Yeah, hitting that chi right in front of him.
Tank ready for action.
Oh wait, everyone is getting quite close there. Here's a Cromwell 95.
At your service, Elfing.
Pretty useful, but it's a very big howitzer gun, so it's actually pretty good game with infantry, I believe. Oh, we also have a captain here for the British paratroopers. And so to give them a little bit more field presence. That's British repairs, doing an open blitz coming up to help repair it. It needs to work quick because that Cromwell 95 is going to make German infantry have issues. It'll also be helped to break through the pillbox there, to be honest. I found something that's 50 on my pillow. That's not nice.
We have a new Panzer IV.
That's unfortunate. I'll have to get that checked. Oh. Strange. Anyway. Another Panzer IV arriving here for the Wehrmacht. That's certainly giving it a little bit more of a tank presence to work with.
I await your orders, Commandant.
The Cromwell 95 is on the move here for the British.
Armor ready to move.
Oh. Already trying to hit down the Grenadiers there. It knows they're behind the wall. Didn't do much damage here, but just gave them a shock. Quite a bit of a fright. And someone probably lost their bowels. Or loosened their bowels from it. They pull back quick. With solid uniforms and oil and all. So a British truck arriving here. But the British still need to get to that central victory point. Germans are bleeding them dry slowly. The more the Germans can just do this and hold it,
Defensive drills and tactics.
they will be grinding the British to a standstill and make them unable to push further along this front. Which will certainly delay the British plans. Or the Allied plans in general. Cromwell 95 ready to push up down here.
Upgrade
The
carried out.
paratroopers at the ready.
Work.
And it has been kind of quiet. Brigade teams tend to head to the southern flank instead. Hope to scout ahead for the Cromwell. German infantry is moving into positions. We're getting under fire from the British paratroopers. Cromwell opens fire. Misses. Artillery lands around the Germans. The Panzer IV H is showing themselves. Good head close around there, almost killing the captain. Ooh, good water run there from the British. So force the Germans back for a little bit. Because the Panzer IV should not move out with any infantry support. Genuine infantry support if you're using Panzers. At the very least, in my opinion, that's what you should be doing. Cromwell 95 is waiting back here. 80 gun also moved up. We have a flyer coming out. Looks like the German heavy mortars have prepared positions here. And with this and its head bunker nearby, they should be able to hold on. This will help them survive against these barrages. And keeping the heavy mortars in counter barrage mode will really allow them to just take out the threats of the British artillery. It's for a while. Especially on such a small map too. Everything is kinda calmed down. The side is willing to make a move yet. Except, well, I spoke too soon because the Germans are doing a big infantry assault. Where's the Panzers? The Panzers are moving up to support them. Germans realize they cannot really do much there with those two infantry squads.
German Firefly complete.
Visit the Germans. Oh, right, I had to yawn there. I am recording this just as I'm starting to cool down after getting home from work. Tanks ready to make another showing soon. Fireflies arrived here for the British Commonwealth, which will certainly help deal with the Panzer Force. A modified German with a 17-pounder inside, I think. I believe it was very cramped and not a very nice experience to be inside. Because you basically had to cram that huge ass 17-pounder into the Sherman chassis. Well, Sherman turret. Which was apparently not an easy thing to do. But I guess the British found a way to do it. I guess tank life finds a way. What can the Germans do from here? They still control the center. They're still fairly good on that aspect. And the penal troopers have been moving around laying mines, I think. I don't see any mines here. Unfortunate. I know they've been mining up here though. Yeah, you can see the teller. There's some more mines going down there, more tellers. They'll definitely stop any tank push that comes around the flank because there's a lot of teller mines. So, mine the flank, very good German play. That's generally what you should do, because German mines are generally fairly cheap to lay. Which is very much intentional, I think. Because the Wehrmacht did like to use a lot of mines. Oh, it looks like they're barbed wiring into the base here. Reinforced barbed wire. So they're just not gonna focus on the southern flank anymore. Probably realizing that the British just are too tough to break through down there. But that's actually fine for the Germans. Because as long as they just can keep the central points, they should be fine. Just pouring myself some more water here. Sparkling water with some citrus taste. These tanks are preparing. And the heavy mortars remain in counter barrage mode. And they are behind fortified positions too, so they will be a lot more survivable than the British. That's why you really want to have artillery, not really artillery, but sandbags on either side like this, because it actually helps prevent damage with the shockwaves.
We have a forward structure under attack.
It's pretty damn useful. The heavy mortars are now starting to just shell the British positions because of it. Helps that they have that medic bunker nearby too, so they'll keep it healed. Even like you see that it was almost a direct shot. Because they have sandbags on 3 of these sides, they didn't take much damage at all. Like even then, they're still mostly fine. They still operated. Never mind. The mortar itself got destroyed. I'll just eat my words then. Clearly, I do not know what I'm talking about. Clearly, the British just have way too much. We also have a howitzer coming up here. So the Germans are really going full into the howitzers. Lots of British artillery, but the Germans are preparing for a big push here. Panzers and infantry, and they have reinforced barbed wire at the southern flank here. Not gonna stop the tanks much, but it is something. It's not looking good there. Here comes the Panzer Force now assaulting the British base. Just gonna force the British to either just assault the German base or pull back. Because they decided to pull back instead rather than base trading. Base trading is generally not a survivable strategy in Company of Heroes, I find. Or similar style games. Ooh, 6-pounder gun go. That's not a 6-pounder, that's a 17-pounder from the Firefly. But the Germans have secured some more points, which will certainly help them resource-wise. We used to have a lot of units on the field here, but they need to make a move with them. Have troops moving up on the flank down here. The pillbox remains. Pillbox is certainly going to do something. It'll keep those British paratroopers to the ground. At least as long as they stay away from the tank. But that is Cromwell 95, and it's a high explosive round takes out everyone inside the pillbox. Oh boy. Now the howitzers opening fire.
We have a forward structure under attack.
We have another Panzer IV arriving here for the Wehrmacht. Not really hitting too much at the moment. Ooh, and Wehrmacht has a very bad retreat path here. I don't think that guy's gonna make it. Possibly just eat my words, and looks like I will have to. Clearly, I am wrong about everything today. At least it seems that way to me. Well, that's a Hellman. What is the Hellman? Is the Hellman going to bomb the British base to hell? He's calling in a heavy barrage. It's gonna be 10.5 centimeter. Firefly gets cleared out. More fireflies are present. And the Hellman is gonna get his artillery off. 105 is going in, threatening the British base further. Not really the kind of gameplay I expected, but damn, okay. It doesn't do too much, unfortunately, so feels almost like a waste for the Germans to do that. Those artillery shells could probably be used much better elsewhere. Ooh, Cromwell gets hit there from something. Not sure what. I'd just been a Panzerfaust. You know, the paratroopers are trying to assault the north here, at least threatening it. And the Fireflies are driving up to get ready to take action. Artillery going in from both sides. Ooh, yeah, the Germans dodged the British time on target. It's the Panzer Force just waiting for new orders in action. Again, it's a pretty usual game so far. Given how to remains back there. British wing and move again here with our paratroopers. Lots of them. Not an easy enemy to fight. Germans quickly laying more mines here. Water mines. They are prepared a lot of anti-tank mines in this area. Artillery mine, in case you're wondering, is a very big anti-tank mine that only triggers on a specific weight. So the infantry walking over it will not trigger them whatsoever. You need something heavy like a tank or a vehicle to drive over them. So infantry will not trigger these at all. Fireflies preparing to push. Ooh, they're hitting the Panzer Force back there. I'm not sure what the Panzer Force is doing is wise. It's very hard to beat the Fireflies in a normal front brawl with the basic medium tanks. There's suffering heavy infantry losses here. Panzer Force tries to push forward. Certainly being hit by several things here. Ooh, and I got shot there from these. I guess it's just the Fireflies. I guess the Fireflies are a lot more accurate and fast to find than I gave them credit for. Probably a little bit more different with those 17-pounders. But they're taking out Panzer IV right there. But the Brits are still losing victory points. So the Brits still need to do something. But what is the question? 195 waits down there. A little bit of a medic station there for the British. Very close to the front line, ain't it? And he's gonna try and get some damage in the mortars while they have the chance. Attack quick though. Yeah, they do get some good shots off. The Fireflies are not really intended for dealing with infantry. It's more like a British tank destroyer. Oh, the British have no minesweepers, I think. They were minesweepers on the Sabbaths. The Sabbaths on the other flank. So they don't know about all the tiller mines, I think. And the paratroops moving forward will not even trigger them. Now this could be very bad here for the British. Because tiller mines are no joke. Officers are trying to push up, but they can't really get any further. Ooh, great down Hauptmann. Oh, it was a gammon bomb, I think, but it hit the structure, so yeah, fine. Pulling a precision barrage, but I'm not sure that's going to hit much. He actually decides to pull back before the barrage goes off.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Panzer Force just waiting for new orders. It's more being requisitioned for the front line.
Forward buildings.
But Germans can't really hold the center victory point so easily anymore. Not that the British doesn't know that. Or not that the British knows that, I mean. They're all preparing for a push on the northern flank. But the only one that can spot mine is the Sabbaths. And the base repaying the main base building. What's the what are they going to do next?
Completed.
Big question. Guys, looks like the Fireflies ready for a push. But I said, they don't know anything about all these tiller mines. Because that is a lot of tiller mines.
Not let up. The enemy still has 300 points.
Patriots knew that the truck was there and cleared out. And the Shermans on the move. Will the Fireflies survive? There's tiller mines everywhere.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Fireflies push forward a little bit more further. They can hit the Panzer Force. Oh. That looked good for the Germans. They're suffering a lot of tank losses. Oh, but one hit a tiller mine. Two hit a tiller mine. And once they hit tiller mines, they just go right up the smoke. And that's why you need to be cautious tiller mines. So that's going to be the opening that the Panzer Force were waiting for. Quickly going for the crumble at 95 and clearing it out. Ammo racked. Now you're going to see it's go for Firefly. But a Firefly has good pin chance. You have another British captain here. A liaison captain. Not an actual paratrooper captain. Oh, they took out a Panzer IV there. Ammo rack. Firefly stuck up there, I think. But this Panzer IV does manage to back off. Maybe that's howitzers going in and striking the British base. Probably actually counter barrages. Oh no, that does not look like a counter barrage to me. But it might actually be. No, it's not. Those are actual barrages. But that's certainly caused some issues for the British. Losing those Fireflies gravity to tiller mines. That is why you generally want to have minesweepers at the ready in case you know the Germans are mining. Or even just when you are approaching their flanks. You never know if they have mined or not. Until it's too late.
We have a forward structure under attack.
That's going to allow the Germans to have a little bit more of an opening. Are they going to try and get close to that Firefly? They know where it is. Yeah, they're going for it. They're going for Gewaltladung. Yeah, Gewaltladung on the Sherman.
Panzer IV is ready.
And it's enough. Oh, the Allies have no tanks left. That happened very suddenly. Arman is doing his best to hold. That's a lot of fighting coming his way. And the stuff like Hauptmann, I think, is pretty damn good. Because he gets an MG42 100 rounds, as you can see. Makes him really damn good at holding the line. You can actually stick him near the front line behind cover, and his squad will do a lot of work for you with that machine gun. And House is just shilling the British base now. Suddenly the British are in a very bad spot, as I'd say. Let's get some more water here. I am feeling really thirsty after work today, so I apologize for me having to pour some water here for myself to drink. And after this, I am going to make some fish cakes. Fish cakes. I love fish cakes. Ooh, big German infantry assault here. Ooh, the Germans have got very close here. That's the satchel charge from the penal troopers. The British are suffering heavy losses, but so the Germans now. It looks like the British major here, liaison major, is trying to do his best, loading his revolver there. By giving it a magazine, it almost looked like. Which is obviously not intended. I don't think they actually have a animation for reloading the revolver, unfortunately. But the British still need to get to a victory point. But their base is also just getting shelled to hell. The British need to do something, and they need to do something quick. What can they do? What can they do? It's your Cromwell Mark IV coming out. Cromwell Mark IV being an actual tank and not a tank destroyer like the Firefly. Germans are so far getting things stabilized. Having those telemines has certainly saved their ass. If not for those telemines, I think the Germans would actually have lost the engagement right there when the Fireflies were pushing through. Well played there from Santonic. A lot of good work. That's also why I'm an advocate for mines if you're playing as the Axis, not just any faction really, but the Axis are the best suited for it. Because the Axis just have the better mines for it. Like if you want to actually incapacitate enemy tanks without actually destroying them outright, then you can also get the Regal mine, which is almost guaranteed to destroy the tracks, but not actually destroy the enemy vehicle. So you have a lot of options. Cromwell Mark IV is assaulting, but there's more telemines. Oh, that's close. I suppose one hit the bricks. So the Harman is still fine. He's been pinned down though. So he should probably move.
The enemy is taking our territory.
The British will now be able to secure one of the victory points here. Will allow them to start bleeding. Oh, Cromwell survived that telemine because somehow the telemine did not blow up the Cromwell. Sometimes there's a bug with some vehicles where the mine is actually not has a range big enough to destroy it. It's very weird. And obviously it's not intentional. So lucky for Mano that bug happened for his Cromwell. Here comes the Panzer Force ready for action. One telemines goes off. Oh, excuse me. Well, Mark IV's gonna have an issue fighting two Panzer IVs. Cromwell is pretty well armored on the front. But this gun leaves a lot to be desired. Good shot from that Piat though. And Piat almost destroys that Panzer IV, but the Cromwell gets the kill. Ooh! Engine burning on the Cromwell though.
We have lost a Panzer.
Looks like he can still move pretty fast.
Ready for trouble.
Up reverse pretty fast somehow, despite its engine having issues.
Our headquarters are under fire.
Like, the Cromwell is pretty damn known for being really quick. It actually had a speed limit, I believe, installed on it. That there's some crews which literally just removed so they can move even faster. But the speed limiter was installed because the tank would move so fast. I think its suspension would just get destroyed. We also have a glider coming in here. Well, the British commandos gonna land, well, paratroopers in this case. Oh, they're going for the howitzers. But there's Panzer IVs nearby. I guess the British are desperate at this point. They need to stop those howitzers. They take out one of them. The machine gun is clearing out the other howitzer team, but the howitzers can just be recruited. The British are doing their best to try and keep the fighting going around the line, but that's the satchel charge. And it's been cleared out, more or less. Oh yeah, so the British are having issues here. Need to reman those howitzers. But the British also doing an assault uphill. This going in. Here comes the Cromwell again. There's still a telemine though. And that takes it out. And that is the power of the telemines, everyone. Again, a very good reminder that if you play as the Germans, mind your flanks. It can save you a game. Very well played there from both sides so far. But the British are somewhat getting more desperate, I feel. Especially with their base having been shelled so much. Don't really have a lot left to go on. Another Panzer IV around here for the German Wehrmacht. Now there is a little bit of luck for the British, the fact that the Germans are playing tough. Means they're not going to get much heavier than the Panzer IV. So that own tanks can actually reliably fight them sometimes. But the Panzer IV is still fairly decent, especially the H variant. More telemines being laid here quick by the Germans. They realize those mines have really saved their ass. They're working to get that victory point back. Guess the Sapper squad now, probably getting minesweepers. Realize they're gonna have to deal with all these. Oh, Fumes was getting close here. I think a satchel shut off. Probably needs to back off quick, and it does. Oh, it's still got some good damage though from that satchel charge. So for the Germans have the advantage, I feel. Got a Cromwell coming out. Germans are going to now reman the howitzers. They've lost their veterancy though, unfortunately, but what can you do? What happens when a glider shows up and kills your crews? Just have to grab some folks grenadiers and tell them to get the job done. Not rocket science. That's for the Nebelwerfer.
Sandbags done.
Brits trying to push again here. Even the Major is taking part of the fight. We haven't seen any Major for the Wehrmacht. Cromwell helps provide a little bit more pressure again. Ooh, good shot there from the Panzer IV. Certainly gonna give the British more time. Well, I'll give the Germans more time, I think. I meant. But the British base is still just being shelled, I think, unless they're starting files for. Yeah, they're fighting near the front line. Okay. But now there's two Cromwells. Germans start to be somewhat cautious. But for how long? So the Hauptmann is moving up again with his MG42. Got Cromwell being prepared. Panzer IV H's are moving forwards. But the Cromwells are pretty decent tanks. Oh, they took some penetrating hits though. Have to pull back for repairs. Oh, there goes one Cromwell. Engine burning on one. Piet opens fire. Doesn't penetrate. AT grenade being tossed on one. Ammo rack on it. Man, what AT grenade was that?
Destroyed a Panzer.
That's just a thermos? Just a thermos, okay. That's a pretty damn good AT grenade if it can do that. That's where that Cromwell should be advancing though. They're now oncoming for the northern flank though. They just quickly need to get that another Panzer IV out and get their all one repaired. Probably also scavenge some wrecks if they can manage. Get some good refunds. Or at least partial refunds. They can get more tanks out or something. There's also like manpower is actually the issue at the moment for the Germans. Not actually fuel. They could probably afford most tanks, they just need the manpower for it. They're setting up with their minesweeper first. Good to see. Guess they have to minesweep for these mines.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
And the British have not seen this telemines everywhere. Including one of the captains, the majors that ready to stand amongst them. Fortunately, he's just an infantryman. That doesn't actually trigger on him. Oh, you can target the mines with the tank? I guess you can. Well, I guess so. That's one way to clear them. I don't really feel that makes a lot of sense personally, but who am I to judge? That's force front Lama is pretty damn good. Especially the 8 Orions. We'll be able to hold up to the Cromwell's 76mm, I think, of a gun. I think it's a quick fire 6-pounder they have. Turning into a little bit of a tank duel here. Cromwell so far winning out. They can quickly shift. As the German infantry is winning out that engagement. British pull back as the Germans push up again. British are pretty damn low on victory points actually. So they need to fire to keep a hold of one or keep one neutralized.
There's an officer awaiting orders.
Howman almost get killed. We have 3 Cromwells down the northern flank. That'll certainly be a problem for the Germans. And the captain on the field boast of it.
Engineers finished, repair complete.
Still somewhat quieted down now. Pause on the move. Oh,
Squad knocked out.
was that the Sabbath? No, that was not the Sabbath. That sucks for the British that lost the squad like that. But that's the power of artillery. That was the Major! That was the Major that got wiped out, I just noticed. Captain's been pinned down.
Shiny new officer and gentleman ready to go.
All Panzer IV showing up. The tank duel commences again. Around here. Oh,
Trying to take a point from
Cromwell has to pull back there quickly. Now the British tanks will benefit from having the radio net ability. Which will certainly be useful if they can become veteran. You can see there they get radio net. They have to be upgraded with the radios though. Wireless radios. But the Germans are slowly whittling down the British forces. We do have a Sexton coming out soon. Looks like the British airborne captain is calling in some kind of a time on target strike.
Very nice.
Perhaps I should try and go for the for some kind of airstrike.
Sappers, ready for orders.
Well, they're also mostly defensive overwatches, so I don't think it'll actually help them that much. Unfortunately for the British. Here comes the Cromwells again, ready for another go. I don't think the Cromwell can get repaired pretty quick like the Germans, because it's a fairly simplistic tank, I think. But I might be mistaken. I think the British tanks are a little bit more complex than the American ones in their design and operation costs. At least compared to the German ones. Because the German tanks are very hard to get replacements for. I'm hit directly by an artillery shell. It's immobilized. Artillery going in here from the Germans, not really hitting too much. Now we have the Sexton showing up as well. A mobile artillery platform here for the British. Very easy to get this Cromwell working again. But the Panzer Force ready to move in. Coming in for the pouncing assault. British are running out of points. Heat rounds being loaded here. Oh, that's an AT round actually. Fails to hit. Artillery landing around the Panzer Force, force them back.
Have reduced our foes to 100 points.
That's an artillery mine right there. Ooh,
Enemy forces
that could have been real bad. With tank hunters are showing up. Harman is trying to do something. He's under a lot of fire. And now the Sexton's opening fire as well. Applying a little bit more pressure.
At your service, Alfie.
Panzer Force on the move. They're coming for the assault here. Will they be able to break through? One Cromwell gets cleared out. They're advancing forwards. Artillery also opens fire. One Panzer Force gets hit by a Piet, I think it was. Building gets cleared out of its Piet crew. Cromwell's under a lot of pressure here. Gets cleared out there. One Panzer Force gets cleared out there. But the other last Cromwell gets cleared out too. We've just lost a tank wrecks in this area. And at this point, Mano surrenders. The Germans win the day. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.